that, being a board member itself is a privilege. The community, you entrust your children to us to educate them and to protect them. And, we get to play a critical role in formulating the vision for this district and interact with so many talented people here. The thanks, though often subtle, they are there. And, they become more important and more apparent to me the longer I'm on the board. And for that reason, I'm asking for your vote to reelect me to a second term as a trustee of the Blind Brook Board of Education. When I ran first time 3 years ago, I said I wanted to maintain Blind Brook's reputation for academic excellence by investing in our schools in a pragmatic way. I wanted to promote fiscal responsibility while providing our children with superior opportunities for learning and inspire innovation and collaboration on our board. I wanted to provide strong and independent leadership, and I believe I've met those commitments. Despite a difficult economy and unyielding, unfunded mandates from the state, we've accomplished much over the last 3 years. We've had budgets below the cap every year and still managed to improve the district's core educational program by adding creative, sustainable initiatives. We're consistently recognized as one of the top districts in the nation. We've maintained small classes, high standards, and a challenging, varied curriculum that's remarkable for a community our size. I mean, come on, see this. Our students excel in all academic disciplines, our extracurricular activities are strong, and our students attend and thrive at top universities. One of my priorities, which is kind of appropriate for tonight, was for the district to prepare our students for the 21st century economy and strengthen our science, technology, engineering, arts, and math curricula. And as we'll learn more tonight, we now have exciting new pathways to look forward to in robotics, coding, and computer science. Another issue I was concerned about was how the district was perceived and how the board communicated with our constituents. So I championed the creation of the district's thriving new effective communications initiative, which in turn has led to the Pinnacle tuition program, which we estimate this year will probably bring in about $250,000 in revenue to the district. Of course, many have made critical contributions to the district's success. We couldn't have accomplished this without our strong team of administrators, faculty, staff, the students, of course, their parents, the PTA, and support from our community. But to tie this a little bit to last week's vote, responsibility for any success or for any failure starts and ends at the top. And I don't think we would have achieved any of these heights without Mr. Stark's leadership. I'm a results-oriented person, and when Mr. Stark was hired as superintendent, the district was unsettled. Its great reputation remained intact, but it lacked the structural integrity, I thought, to sustain its success. Mr. Stark, I believe, helped restore order to the district and has strengthened every year under his leadership. I think the district's in a better place than it was when Mr. Stark started, and I thank him for his thoughtful, professional leadership, and I wish him well in his future endeavors. I have been asked over the past week why I voted for the resolution to accept the separation agreement. I did so because we have a fiduciary duty as a board and to evaluate the deal that was presented to us. And I believe that the agreement's terms were in the district's best interest. But as I intimated last week, my vote itself on that agreement should not be viewed that I was totally pleased with the circumstances that led to it. That said, I'm most proud that I've stayed true to my promise to provide a strong, independent presence on the board, where every decision I make is grounded in what is best for the district, rather than elevating the personal desires and interests of a particular constituency. A bedrock principle, I believe, of good governance for successful school districts is a strong, trusting relationship between the superintendent and the board, one with clearly defined roles and responsibilities and a mutual respect for the chain of command. We had that for 6 years. But now we face a big challenge to deal with the loss of Mr. Stark's services at the height of the school year. And I want to thank Dr. Ross for stepping up and filling that responsibility while we decide what our ultimate course will be. We now have an opportunity to build on the strong foundation that Mr. Stark laid for us. Hiring a superintendent is one of the most important responsibilities we have as a board. We have much work to do now, and we need to hire a superintendent with strong educational leadership credentials and executive vision with whom the board can develop and maintain a productive professional partnership. The community is entitled to know what our transition plans will be and play a vital role in that process as well. We need to start that process now and make getting the right leadership in place our most highest priority. Speaking of which, I did read some comments that we could wind up saving money in this process depending on how long we keep the status quo. Look, we're one of the most highest performing districts. Our students, parents, and personnel can't afford 15 months of uncertainty to pay for the board's deals. So I'm committed to ensuring that we continue the progress we've already made. I'll stand up for the students and the district to ensure that the board's decisions in hiring the next superintendent are in their best interests. And I hope that based on my track record, you will grant me the privilege of serving you for another 3 years. Thank you.